Welcome everybody to another night of playoff baseball as your Chiefs host Simpson Academy for Game 2. Chiefs took Game 1 Tuesday night on a trip down to Mendenhall and come home tonight looking to close it out in Game 1 here. A reminder, if Simpson wins Game 1, we will play Game 2 immediately after. We're looking to close it out in 2 here. Connor Edge is on the mound for your Chiefs. I'm Shaker Turner on the call tonight, and starting lineups. For the Cougars of Simpson Academy, Braden Duncan in center, Barrett McKinney at short, Ben Kennedy at third base, Chase Adcock behind the plate doing the catching, Hendricks McGee on the mound, Connor Combs, the DH, Bryce Williams at first, Brady McKinney in right, Cade Walker in left, and Colt Walker plays second base for the Cougars. Defensively for your Chiefs, the way it's been for a long time now, outfield left to right, Shaw Coley, Braden Burford, Jack Price. From third to first, tonight Ethan Barnes will be at third base. Trey Miller, Cole Prosek, Leland Weldon in the battery. Quincy Pratt doing the catching, Connor Edge, like we said, on the mound. So again, coming off a Game 1 victory, looking to close this game out in Game 1. And Braden Duncan comes to the plate. Going to go breaking ball off the helmet. Looks like may have leaned in just a little bit, but take it off the helmet. I'm going to let you go to first base, Braden. All righty, so that's going to bring up shortstop Barrett McKinney, runner at first. Go ahead and apologize early on the call by myself. I'm not quite the professional Jake and Wynn are operating the scoreboard and all here. So I apologize ahead, and I'll try to keep it caught up best I can. As McKinney comes out, first pitch swinging for a base hit. It's going to be first and second for Simpson with a nobody out. Ben Kennedy, third baseman, coming to the plate. Tuesday night, Ben Kennedy was 1 for 3.
Now batting number 9, Ben Kennedy.
So Chiefs in early trouble. 2 pitches, 2 base runners. Again, first pitch swinging, going to send a ball out to Jack Price on the line. He's going to catch it. Fake tag is going to draw the throw. Barnes keeps it in front as kind of late getting there, but no need for it. Nothing hurt there. 1 out for Simpson.
Now batting number 12, Chase Adcock.
Brings up catcher Chase Adcock, still first and second now with 1 out. And again, like I said, apologize for the scoreboard here. Joining me now on the call, fan favorite Junior Weaver. Breaking ball in there for a strike. So kind of a rough start, but looks to be maybe settled in a little bit here.
Yeah. Edge is pretty typical for getting a ground ball here with that big breaking ball.
Ball in the dirt there. Quincy Pratt keeps it in front. So came out. 1 pitch, hit a guy. 2nd pitch, single. I think that's the first ball Quincy's touched right there.
Yeah. Here's Adcock's nice numbers on the year. Got 2 homers and 19 ribbies.
Get a chance, ground ball to Barnes. He's going to opt to go to first base. I think he got kind of caught there which way to go, and a little bit high, no problem. Leland comes down with it for the 5-3 put out. Now we have 2 outs. So a chance to get out of some early trouble here. Pitcher Hendricks McGee comes to the plate. With 2 outs.
McGee hitting 274 on the season. No homers and 20 ribbies.
Seeing FPA jersey, softball jersey in the stands tonight. Looking good down here. Little 10U Walker team doing a good job. As we go strike 1 there to Hendricks.
Edge breaking ball away on the outer third. Hoping to get Chase there.
One and one, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Edge comes set. Breaking ball in there for strike 2.
Yeah, big momentum lift right here. You get out of this and get in your dugout and get ready to go to work.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Again, Pratt keeps it in front. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base.
Correction there. McGee's got 1 homer and 20 RBI. So
He's going to try to get 2 more right here. Little 2-seamer right there fights it off.
yeah, ran in on his hands and got in his kitchen a little bit. Fouled it off down the right field line.
Pretty good pitch there by Edge, I think. Good job. Hendricks fighting it off. Again, clear sunny day. Couple clouds, but weather's nice. And again, nothing like high school playoff baseball. Breaking ball, strike 3. And Conrad is going to work out of a jam in the first. And we'll come back with the chief half of the first inning. Welcome back to Chief Baseball on the Hill tonight. Again, game 2 of the playoff series with Simpson Academy. Chiefs lead the series 1-0. Looking to close it out here. Cole Prosek, tonight's second baseman, comes to the plate to lead it off. Hendricks McGee pitching for Simpson. Soft little breaking ball in there for strike one. And we're going to go tonight. Cole Prosek, Trey Miller, Ethan Barnes, Preston Sowell, Quincy Pratt, Shaw Coley, Jack Price, Leland Weldon, Braden Burford. Lineup's been set for a while now. Breaking ball misses inside. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, huh?
That's right. If you generate an offense with the way it is, let it roll. It's McGee with a 3.06 ERA, and it's 2-0 on the campaign. His sophomore.
And again, won't blow you away with velocity probably, but he's shown a breaking ball, and that pitch right there with some arm side run and depth in it. That's He'll definitely make you have to stay on a pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, another breaking ball, back foot breaking ball there to Cole. So 2-2.
Yeah, swings right over the top of it.
So as a hitter, what's the adjustment? And is it different for a lefty and a righty?
Yeah, stay back. Still think middle oppo. Don't try to do too much. Use the whole field. Use the fat part of the field up the middle. There's a little ouch play right there.
Oh, right off the old ankle bone or shin, baby.
Cole's one of the rarities these days that doesn't wear the whole Dick's Sporting Goods on his body when he hits.
He might wish he had one on right now.
Yeah. It's always ironic when a guy fouls the ball off his foot and he limps around for 5 minutes, and then later in the bat he reaches base, and next pitch he's still second.
Well, when you hit the ball well, injuries go away a little faster.
Yeah, they fade.
It might hurt a little more if he strikes out right here, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll crawl back to the dugout.
Good crowd here today. Playoff baseball. Penalty box looks full out and right.
On a day where the forecast was not good, severe storms and downpours, possible flooding. And I've always said I'd love to get paid to be a weatherman.
They can be wrong more than hitters. 3-2 count here to Cole, and as I see the radar out there, I stand corrected. He's 83. I think pitch we're talking about some run and some depth, just a change up. I thought fastball, but 76, 77-ish, that change up. Low 80s, low to mid 80s with the fastball. I think he definitely has stuff to get outs if we don't make some adjustments. Breaking ball, Cole fights that off, stays full.
Cole's really putting together quality at bat here. I think that's about a 6-7 pitch at bat. Trying to use the whole field.
Yeah, it was behind early. He's fought it back to full. Defense playing it pretty straight up. Maybe a little deep and right. And he's going to work a
Outstanding at bat.
I think that was probably, 8 or 9 pitch walk right there.
Yeah, I think it was a 9-pitch AB, and good AB. And
that's going to bring up Trey Miller. And as we talked about Tuesday night, early in games, depending on different coaches, different philosophies, but definitely want to score first at home, I would think. So
yeah.
Trey handles the barrel pretty well.
Yeah, you want to score early and often, and hopefully get your crowd into the game. Get that momentum in your dugout.
And as we talked about Tuesday, Bonham maybe a hit and run. The second baseman, double play depth for them. I don't know if that's shaded extra or that's their standard double play, but Tuesday night he was way over. So that makes you kind of, maybe let him swing and roll over something for a hit. I don't know if you get greedy.
Yeah. Well, Trey is somewhat struggled a little bit lately. So it's, you put a hit and run on, you force him into contact, force him to stay on the ball as you start the runner. So hopefully you can get him going a little bit. Third baseman's creeping in.
Also, Coach McMahon is a fan of the slash. Another play that comes into play here, maybe with him creeping.
Outstanding.
I know you talk about it a lot.
Yeah, love the old bunt slash hit and run. Put guys in motion, get in corner infielders creeping in, and you pull back, swing away. Creates bigger holes for your hitters.
Shows bunt there, pulls it back.
Yep. Pitch was up. You really have.
Did he call that a strike?
It looked like he raised his right hand, but the pitch was clearly up, and Trey clearly pulled his bat head back.
I'm not sure what just happened. Adcock wanted a.
He did call it
He
a
won't-
strike. 1-2.
I think he called it a strike.
Pitch was clearly up.
Oh, I think he's saying he didn't pull it back in time, is what he was saying.
Okay.
Which, not sure I agree with that. But again, I apologize for my lack of ability in working this scoreboard for you fine folks at home. But I think we're 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2.
Nobody out, runner at first.
Wind blowing out the right. Pitch down and in. Full count.
Yeah, with this wind here, again, we might not hit any balls on the nose, but I definitely think we got a chance to add to our home run total.
Yeah, we got some guys can drive the ball.
So another 3-2 count from Hendricks McGee.
Definitely making him work and getting his pitch count up early.
Two at the top of the lineup here doing a good job. Setting a tone, setting a pace, making him work, seeing some pitches. Fouls another one off.
Miller's really aggressive there.
You know what, I know sometimes he gets a little off direction or maybe early on pitches, but he's one of the quickest through the zone with the bat that I've seen. He's really got some lightning coming through there.
He does. Gets the barrel through the zone.
Use one right here in that 4-hole. As we look at strike 3 right there. So that's going to be one out. Runner at first. Ethan Barnes coming to the plate. Team's RBI leader, if I'm not mistaken. Junior, I tell you what, man, for a grown man to have such trouble with one piece of equipment.
Yeah, you got to be a rocket science today with all the technology. One thing with McGee here too, he's out of the stretch. Really high leg kick. He's not quick to the plate. If I was to put a stopwatch on him right now, I would say he's about 1-4 to the plate. So it gives you an opportunity to run, put a guy in motion, because I don't think I've seen him use a slide step yet.
I don't think he has. And Cole runs okay.
There he goes. Pitches down, pitches out. Safe. He's going to move up to third on the wild throw. Pitcher's backing up third where he should be. So you get a stolen base and an error.
It's almost like you've seen this game before, Junior.
Yes. Prosek, he timed him up well, and good job by Coach McMahon noticing the high leg kick there, because he's very slow. The pitcher's very slow to the plate. See how the infield plays it here early. If they feel like they can score very much or not. Middle's back, so they'll concede a run for an out.
Yeah, early in the game here, I assume definitely don't want to give up a crooked number, so try to minimize the inning here for him.
Yeah.
But runner at third with less than 2 outs, RBI leader at the plate.
Yeah. Situational hitting right here. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Got to get a ground ball to the right side, up the middle, fly ball with some depth, get that guy home. This is championship baseball. 3-0 count. Let's see if he's taken.
Do you give him the green light here?
He's swinging it well in the 3-hole. And there we go. Fly ball right. Prosek is tagging. His throw is going to be late and offline. Magnolia takes the lead, 1-0.
So gives Ethan Barnes the 3-0 green light. He does what he does and drives in a runner from third with a sac fly.
Good job there. I think he caught them off guard. I don't think they thought he would be swinging 3-0.
I think you may be correct. And then speaking of hot batters,
Another one right here. Preston S, swinging it really well.
a little bad luck Tuesday night. I think he was one of, if not the only Chief in the lineup to not get a hit, but he also probably had as many balls hit on the barrel as anybody.
Mm-hmm. He does find the barrel, no doubt about it. Swinging a ground ball to short, up, over, and OUT, into the inning.
So that's going to be the 6-3 put out. So the Chiefs played a run on an RBI. Sac fly from Ethan Barnes on a Cole Prosek stolen base. And we'll go to the second, and we'll be back. Hey, welcome back to the Hill. Top of the second, Connor Edge going to face DH Connor Cone. And he's going to hit him.
Yeah, it's the leadoff guy there trying to pitch on the inner third. And that's one of the things I like about Connor. He's not afraid to work both sides of the plate. He'll pitch in. That's that bulldog in him.
He's definitely not afraid. And now that he missed and hit a guy, he'll do it again here. He's not going to back off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, you talk about I've heard a lot of ex-pro guys talk about as a rolling bunt here. Barnes fields it, throws a strike to Leland for the put out. A lot of pro guys and people that used to play in the past would say, if I could go back and change one thing, it's usually not a talent or a mechanic anywhere. It's being able to stay even keel, not too high with the highs or low with the lows. And
Right.
Connor Edge about has that part mastered, I think.
Oh, he does. He's kind of like a brain surgeon a little bit. He just real calm and doesn't get rattled. Has good poise.
That's going to bring up right fielder Brady McKinney, young left-hander. Strike one on the inner part there. And McKinney was pretty good Tuesday night.
Yeah, McKinney, he's got good numbers. 7 homers, 45 RBIs, hitting .448. Senior.
Oh. Are they both seniors? It says senior. No, here we go. I think there's 2 of them. Freshmen right there. This is the one here. This is Brady McKinney.
Okay.
Yep.
I apologize.
No.
You freshman.
Yep. But very impressive at bats. I think he was 0 for 3, but barreled it line drives to left and to right. Jack Price made a diving catch on him early.
Ball gets away.
Going to go foul ball here.
Good. Runner goes back.
Maybe if I talk him up enough, he'll get out. I'll jinx him.
Yeah.
As Connors worked 0-2 count. I think Coach Pratt might have been in Quincy's earpiece there.
Mm-hmm. He may have exploded the earpiece. Okay, so we got a freshman McKinney also.
Yeah. Runner at second, 1 out. 0-2 on the hitter. Edge comes set.
Attaboy.
Swinging ball in the dirt. Quincy's going to get him caught up with the runner there, and there we go.
Heck of a
Great play by Quincy Pratt.
Heck of a play. That's baseball IQ off the charts. Got to have arm strength, athleticism. He could have took the sure out first, caught the runner lingering off second, back picked him, threw him out, got the lead guy. Heck of a play by Pratt.
So now with 2 outs there, runner now at first instead of second. When you talk about the game of baseball and the little things, and we get caught up in home runs and doubles and strikeouts, but stuff like that. Now with 2 outs, runner at second. As the ball gets away, and it's going to be there anyway. But runner at first is way different than runner at second with 2 outs.
Right. Keep double play in order, and just an unbelievable play. Heads up, not afraid to make a mistake. That's a kid that plays he makes plays. He wants to make a play.
And I think you were just on that thought of the difference in playing to win versus playing not to lose.
Playing not to lose. Yeah.
Oh, he's
big difference.
He's as competitor as it gets, no doubt about it. I think he had to be that way just to eat in his household.
Yeah, they probably fought for that last pork chop.
So now we go from the runner at first with 2 to runner at second. So now any little Texas leaguer CNI single. Chance to score a run and tie it up. Good breaking ball fouled in the mitt there.
Really like to see our middle infielders shuffle in and try to hold that runner close here and maybe give your outfielders a shot to throw him out.
So Cade Walker with a 1-2 count. Trying to keep this inning alive for the Cougars. Sends the ball to the left. Shaw Coley's going to move under. It looks like he's tracking it, and he's going to bring it in to end the inning. As the Chiefs come to bat in the bottom half of the second, leading 1-0. We'll be back. And we're back for the Chief half of the second. Quincy Pratt. As you talk about somebody, they always come up, huh?
That's right. Make a great play. They typically lead off the next inning. Pratt takes a breaking ball for a strike on the outer half.
Little teamwork right there.
Yes, sir. Quincy, your buddy, sitting on a fastball here. Breaking ball.
Gonna send it out to center. As Braden Duncan moves under it for the first out. All right, F8 there. Shaw Coley's coming to the plate. Two hits and a strikeout. RBI Tuesday night for Shaw Coley. Takes ball one down there.
Defensively, Simpson playing straight up. Not sure what their spray charts are saying. Playing most hitters straight up.
A little check swing bunt back to the mound. It's going to retire Shaw Coley.
Yep, check swing. You know, the old adage is you should never check swing. It's always yes, yes, yes. I remember hearing Jim Tracy one time, former Dodger manager at a coaching clinic, say there's never an excuse to check swing. It's either yes, 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 or track it. And but as young hitters, we still have a lot to learn.
Two down, Jack Price comes to the plate.
Big leaguers check swing.
Yeah, mine is talk to young hitters about check swinging in plus counts.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. Fouled off down the right field line in the Chief bullpen. Yeah, getting hitters to be aggressive in hitters counts, plus counts. Trying to get the pitcher in a plus count. It's key.
Ooh.
Breaking ball in our half. Not sure about that one, but he called it a strike.
He called it one. Hendricks McGee's up 1-2 here. Jack Price.
Hitter calls time.
Another little talking about young hitters. Little, coach my son's team. We had to talk about that the other day. Don't let a pitcher stand there and hold you there for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Whole time. Just about each time get out of the box.
Ball in the dirt there. Ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Need Price to do something big here.
Yeah, find a way to get on base here. And Leland Weldon on deck.
Yeah, keep turning that lineup over.
He's fought it to a full count.
Gee overthrew there and really got out of his mechanics. Pitch was wild all the way to the backstop. Swinging a ground ball to short. Shortstop feels it. Wild throw. Runner will not advance. Made a quick left turn. Had to hustle back to the bag. So Price reaches on a E6.
That's going to bring up Leland Weldon with 2 outs, runner at first base.
See if Coach McMahon wants to put Jack in motion here with 2 outs and see if Leland can plug a gap.
He definitely has the thump to do so. Jack Price with good wheels. Good plus runner here on the bases.
McGee
ahead.
really falls in love with that breaking ball, so I think, now you've been through the lineup and you can kind of sit on that breaking ball because he'll pitch backwards.
Yeah, I think you can count on you're going to get it at some point, for sure.
Nice job. Line drive base hit to left field. Keep turning that lineup over.
First and second, 2 outs. Braden Burford comes to the plate. Reached on an E5 and a walk Tuesday night at Simpson. Another little update. Leak closed out Lamar last night. So the winner of this series will take on Leak in the north half. Fastball misses up and in there, 1-0.
I think when you see watching McGee here in his mechanics, when he misses, he seems to really miss up. And a lot of times that's, as a pitcher, when that front foot lands, you want to make sure you get your arm up. And I see his arm dragging. It's down by his hip when his front foot lands. Swung on, fouled back.
Braden sends one out of play there. So you think that's sometimes it happens tired from fatigue, but early you think it's just trying to overpitch?
Overcompensate, trying to
get a little extra.
Get out of your mechanics, throw too hard, too much, too fast, instead of pitching, which is where a lot of injuries occur, getting out of your mechanics.
Burford's going to send one into right. Fly ball there is going to be caught by Brady McKinney to end the Chief threat at the bottom of the second. So we'll come up. Both teams now at the top of the order in the third inning, and we'll be back. Welcome back to Chiefs Baseball on the MHS Chiefs broadcast. Back to the top of the order for Simpson Academy. Center fielder Braden Duncan. Took it off the helmet. First pitch of the game.
Duncan hitting .347. In 31 games. Got 15 RBIs.
So Edge is, he's usually really sharp, and he's been good enough to get out of each jam we've been in, but that breaking ball is just, he doesn't have it today when he wants it like he normally does.
Yeah, I see him getting away from the 12-6, and he's dropping his arm slot more of a 3/4. So he's getting more of a slurve, sweepy type, as opposed to when he goes more over the top.
That two-seam he threw first, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Especially after you've been looking at that sweepy breaking ball you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm. Duncan down in the count, 1-2.
The breaking ball is going to be sent out to center field. Braden Burford moves under it. Going to track it down, bring it in for the first out. Now, shortstop Barrett McKinney, senior here.
Yep, 7 homers, 45 RBIs, hitting .448 on the season. He's put up really nice numbers.
He Northwest commit.
Well, he'll get used to Senatobia being his home for a couple of years.
Now, not saying that pitch didn't miss. He sees it better than I do, but it's been better than some that he's called.
That's right.
So the 1-0 breaking fastball is going to be popped up. Cole Prosek moves under to second base, brings it in for the second out.
Really good to see Cole right there with his sunglasses on a bright, sunshiny day. A lot of kids would have them on top of their cap.
My son being one of them.
I often ask them on a sunny day, some teams I've coached, why do you think your parents bought you those $250 sunglasses? Not to wear on the back of your cap on a sunny day.
Ben Kennedy sends the ball out to left field. Shaw Coley goes back to the wall, brings it in, and that's going to end Cougar half of the second.
Nice play by Coley getting behind that ball. The ball took off.
So go to the bottom half of the third. Chiefs leading it 1-0. Top of the order when we get back. So welcome back. Bottom three. Chiefs lead it by 1. Top of the order, Cole Prosek comes up. Drew a walk in his first at bat. Healthy, we think 9-pitch walk.
Yes. Yeah, great at bat. And a bruise on his shin.
And a little roll over. First baseman, they're going to call it fair. So the U3 there put out.
First baseman unassisted there. Got it before it went foul.
Pretty good play right there. I think it was getting close.
Yeah, it was.
So now Trey Miller struck out looking at his first at bat. I'm sure he wants to redeem himself here, do a little damage, find a way to score a run, tack on for the Chiefs.
Third baseman creeping in. Trey's ability to drop a bunt down.
You know, I know we didn't get the outcome that we wanted from him, but he was another one put up probably 7 or 8 pitch at bat.
Mm-hmm. He did. Trey Battles. Shortstop's playing really deep.
I don't think
I'm
he can
not
throw
sure.
him out from there.
Yeah, I don't think he's throwing him out from there either. Trey fouls that ball off his foot. Count 0-2. Got to protect.
Is that your nice way of saying get caught up on the scoreboard here?
Passive aggressive, yeah. Need Trey to be disruptive. Get on the bags. Create havoc. Use that speed.
He can sure do that.
Left fielder's really deep for a left-handed hitter.
Speaking of speed, first baseman misplays a roll over ground ball there.
Yep. He first baseman booted it and rolled into foul territory, and Trey, no chance. Throw him out.
Give him a break. That's all he needs. Capitalized. So now with one out, runner at first base.
That's
Ethan Barnes.
That's the thing. And put the ball in play. You know, we strike out too much in today's game. Put the ball in play. Put pressure on people. Make them make a play. And Trey did that there. He put the ball in play and has used his speed.
Ball misses down and away in the dirt there to Ethan Barnes. Coach McMahon going through the signs. All right, Junior, let's play What's Mac Doing?
Devil's advocate right here. Chance to, you know, you can run and hit or you can hit and run. Two different plays. Chance to put the runner in motion. Barnes hits a ball in the gap, and he's going to score from first. But Barnes gets in a plus count right here. He's up 2-0. I would look for Trey to be in motion here. Certainly not a hit and run, but maybe a run and hit. Just not going. Breaking ball in. It hits Barnes. He got first and second with one out.
So Barnes with the only RBI of the day. And then a hit by a pitch. That's about the most offensive output we have so far.
Yeah.
Coach going to stroll out to the mound, talk to his pitcher.
Head coach Keith Case, veteran of the game, longtime junior college coach at Colin, and nice to see veteran guys like himself still in the game.
Yeah, you know, you talk about coaches nowadays, and you know, recruiting so much different at the college level now, and just there's so many differences we could get into. But what I want to get in is it's almost like it's becoming a young man's game, just from all the non-baseball stuff you have to keep up with. Maybe I'm not sure the answer. That's one of my guesses. But like you said, Coach K's still around.
Yeah,
doing a good job.
Yeah, certainly at the Division I level, it's becoming more of a younger man's game. You don't, with the technology and the recruiting and the NIL and the transfer portal, a lot of veteran coaches don't want to deal with that anymore. It's running them out of the game.
And as bad as I hate to say it, I don't think I blame them.
Yeah. Yeah, you get kids for 6-7 months now, and then it's free agency.
I was going to say, I've heard some coaches talking, they spend more time trying to retain their current players than they do going to get new players, which is, you know, one of the sad parts of the game. But that's going to bring up Preston S. Ground out to short in his first at bat. Comes up here, one out. Runners at first and second. Chance to drive in a run.
Yeah, great speed by Miller at second. Barnes is a good runner. McGee starts him off with a breaking ball in the outer half. I don't know. You do your scouting report. I don't know if I'd feed Sal a fastball.
You know, and when where were we? Wayne Academy. They pitch him away twice. He goes over the right field fence twice. I don't know. I think not that he can't handle the inside pitch, but I think when you let him get outstretched there, he hits as well as anybody.
Yeah, he does. He's strong.
And there's the fastball in right there. Maybe they're listening to us, Junior.
Yeah, I think they probably are. I think Sal's upset with himself there that he let that fastball go. First and second, one out. Swing and a miss by Sal. Fastball up.
Kind of geared up a little bit for that one. Maybe flew off a little.
Yeah. Cut down on your swing here with 2 strikes. Use the middle of the field.
At some point, you got to kind of expect breaking ball here.
Mm-hmm. Need to get dirt ball reads by these runners. Go inside move. Miller gets back. Inside move to second. Need something big from Sal here.
You talk about Barnes running well. I think a ball in the gap will have a chance to score 2.
Yeah. I think these outfielders are playing really deep.
It's gonna be tough.
They might have an opportunity to cut it off. Swung on, deep fly ball left field. It may go. It's gone. 3-run homer, Preston Sal.
So you talk about player being strong. Line drive in the gap just keeps carrying to a home run.
Yeah, his balls really just take off. He can really get on the tear and be an impressive hitter. Great job there.
A friend of ours, I hear him talk about Frank Thomas. He's a 600 home runs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Famer, 500 for sure. But anyway, people talk about being a home run hitter. He's like, no, he was a doubles line drive hitter that was just stronger than everybody, and his went out.
Mm-hmm.
And not to compare Preston Sal to Frank Thomas just yet, but kind of the same concept there. Quincy Pratt's coming up, nobody on. 1 out.
Had a chance to see Frank Thomas a couple weeks ago. He was in Millington, and he's not as big as he used to be. Nugenics has trimmed him down.
He's still not real small.
No, still looks like a tight end.
Ball 2 to Pratt, looking to drive a pitch here.
I think you can see the shoulder shrugging a little bit, sinking of the Simpson defenders after that 3-run homer. Like, oh no, here we go again.
Well, that's one thing the Chiefs can do. And, they may go a little while without scoring or struggle a little bit here and there, but as much as anybody I've seen, they can put up a crooked number quickly.
Lightning quick. Yep. A little thunder, a little lightning.
Well, just this game here, you talk, home run and all, but you look back and nothing real flashy, nothing real big and extravagant or explosive, but it's a 4-run lead.
Mm-hmm. And I love that right there. Pratt takes a fastball right in the back. And, kids don't understand these days. Hit by pitches and walks are just as important as base hits. But he didn't mind. He turned into it and took it right in the back.
Run on down to first. Shaw Coley's coming up, but we're going to have a mound visit from Coach Case. And I think that's Carter Drumheller running for Pratt. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. And we are back. Runner first, 1 out. New pitcher for the Cougars of Simpson Academy, number 9, Ken Bennedy.
Ben Kennedy.
Ken Bennedy. Let's go with Ben Kennedy.
We'll try that one. Kennedy with a 2.33 ERA, 0-1. I bet his mom will appreciate you trying to change his name on him.
I got a lot going on, guys. Got a lot going on,
Ken Bennedy. That's unique.
and I'm not good at any of it. Let's see. Get that runner at first base. Look at there. Scoreboard, I think, is right for the moment.
Fastball up in the zone.
So, yeah, Shaw Coley comes up, check swing, and his first at bat back to the pitcher. So he's looking to drive something. As I think the umpire just signaled 2 balls, no strikes, which we all up here thought he'd signaled a strike earlier.
Yeah, yes, we did. I'm not sure it's 3-0.
Well, that's what he said. I think we'll go with it, and I'll fix it again.
It is 3-0. He just signaled.
Maybe he forgot he called a strike. There it is.
There it is. The old automatic 3-0 fastball.
So back to talking about plus counts, Shaw Coley. So right here we're looking for something to get the barrel out and really attack. Maybe even run here in this 3-1 count. Nope.
Runner not going. Swinging a ground ball. Second baseman bobbles it. Everybody's safe. Short hop to second baseman there, and he couldn't quite make the play. And then we got runners at first and second with 1 out.
What's your vote? Infield hit or E4?
I'm gonna go with an error. E4. He got caught in between. He was a little indecisive.
So now with 1 out, Jack Price comes to the plate. And another thing, not everybody in it, but there's some speed in this lineup
Yes,
also.
it is.
And it's shown up a couple times so far today.
Mm-hmm. Really, really surprised. You know, they play every hitter straight up. Like, so you typically would have spray charts, but their shortstop plays on the grass. Some ground ball right side through the 4-hole.
Nice piece of hitting there by Jack Price.
Yes. Going to wave a runner. Runner scores. Nice job, Jack Price, going the other way. And also even nice, you can first and third him. One of first and third people to death. That ball was really slow getting to the right fielder. Price dribbled it through the 4-hole, and Coach McMahon was being real aggressive. Got first and third with 1 out.
So is that a read there? Because, you know, Coach McMahon, especially with not 2 outs, doesn't like to run into outs and, you know, does maybe not the most aggressive, but maybe read the right fielder's been deep all day.
Yeah, right fielder's deep, ball's in the grass, it's slow getting to him.
Freshman, let's test his arm, make him throw us out.
Yeah, ball was really slow getting to him.
You know, I've said this before, Coach McMahon may be the most that I've personally kind of worked with, at least one, if not the most, of game situational guys. Just kind of nothing in the game happens and he's hadn't thought about it or has a plan for it, and I'm sure that's chalk it up right there to the same thing.
Yeah. I've noticed their outfield playing deep all day, and ball was really slow getting to him.
I'm not sure what they just called right here. Oh, ball in the dirt. They got together, talked about it. It says it hit Leland. So Trying to talk about it up here, see what's going on.
I didn't think it hit.
I didn't. And Simpson Academy coach didn't think it hit him either.
Yeah, Keith Case.
The Coach Case.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Well, during the break, while they work this out, let's talk about. See if we can get him on camera here. We're going to talk about our Coach Des fit of the day. He didn't let me down. It's playoff baseball, and he answered the call. He's got his knickers on, high sock, striped up stirrups, big time BP top with the light blue underneath, Chief Wahoo hat. I can always count on Coach Des to dress it up.
What's wrong with high socks?
He's still young. He gets away with high socks. Speaking of high socks and not being young, Coach Selby in the booth with us right now, and he's going to come on air here in the top of the fourth. And good chance I'll make fun of him for wearing his pants up at some point.
It's the only way to wear them.
Oh, no, it's definitely my favorite way to wear them. I'm just not quite built for it anymore. You can't be built like SpongeBob and go high.
Yeah.
Like me.
Your body's your legs are shorter than your body. So.
Yeah, that's a lean man's look. And Coach K's still getting an explanation.
Yeah, at some point you just got to walk away. Say, Coach, that's the call. We're going with it.
Either way, it looks like we're going to have bases loaded, 1 out. Chiefs lead it by 5. Braden Burford up to bat. Get that runner at second base on your board there.
Again, just noticing playing every hitter straight up at some point from the spray charts, you think you're going to make an adjustment defensively. That shortstop continues to really play deep on every hitter.
Still blowing out the right flags, died down a little bit.
Fastball on the outer third. Call ball. Trying to get ahead in the count.
Trying to look down to see if Edge has moved into the bullpen to.
Swings and fouls off down the right field line.
Yeah, that's why I try to. You would think it would lead, one would lead to the other, but I try to reset the game a lot because I know I do a not so good job of keeping up with the scoreboard here. Ball's going to miss up.
Ball's up. Chiefs got the bases loaded, 1 out. Got a chance to bust it wide open right here.
Set corners in. Middle's going to try to turn 2.
Yep. Fastball up.
3-1. 3-1 bases loaded, 1 out. That's a good time to do damage.
Yep, he's definitely in a plus count here to sit on a fastball. Swings and fouls it back. He was on it.
Not a bad cut there, just misses. Like you said, chance to bust it open.
Left fielder hadn't moved on any hitter. I think he likes that shade out
He's
there.
the shade out there.
Yeah. He must have fair skin. Ball 4. He's going to walk in a run. Good
Now,
at bat.
Does it walk in a run? It's going to flip it and bring up Cole Prosek, top of the order.
Chiefs now lead 6-0. Good at bat.
Now batting number 3, Cole Prosek.
I would say Prosek's going to be sitting on a fastball right here. 0-0.
Yeah.
Mm.
Trying to score 4 there at a time. He's got a little strength and power to the opposite field for sure.
Yes, he does. Fastball in. Chiefs has them loaded with 1 out. Prosek will be pumping here. Fastball in inner third. I'm not sure Prosek agrees with the call. It was in.
I'm pretty sure he does not. Right field rockers out there hoping to hit a ball to them.
See what Cole's approach is here. Down 1-2 in the count. Slightly off the knob. Looking to do damage. Swings and fouls it off the other way.
Nice play out there by the Simpson Academy fan on the catch.
Yeah, if this is a Savannah Banana game, Cole would be out. The fan caught it.
That'd be a big out.
Yep.
Either way, we're going to reset it. 1-2, bases loaded. Chiefs up 6.
Fastball up and away. 2-2. Left fielder is really, really deep with a left-handed hitter up. They hadn't made that adjustment. Fastball in, back pick at third. Fastball almost hit Prosek.
So you talk about that back pick. Chase Adcock throws it well for Simpson. Two pickoffs Tuesday night. You know, especially I like to see it on a, like you said, the ball almost hit him, so maybe get a chance to freeze a runner, not get him to look up.
Fly ball center field. Runner's going to tag.
Center fielder does a good job right there coming to third base.
Price will score and makes it 7-0 Chiefs.
No chance at him. Keeps Leland at second. But RBI, sac fly there for Cole.
Now batting number 11, Trey Miller.
Makes it 7-0 with 2 outs here in the third.
Again,
Plate umpire having a conversation with Keith Case.
I'm not sure, but I think they threw it to third, you know, from the outfield. Third base stepped on the base and left early maybe, and I don't think there was ever a call made on it.
No.
And so I think Coach Case just wanted an answer. Trey takes strike 1 there.
Coach Case has seen that enough to know that an umpire is supposed to give some type of sign. Give me something. First and second, 2 outs.
That two-seamer coming back in over the inside part of the plate. You know, again, you spoke up with Connor, but Kenny doing a good job of working both sides.
Fastball up and away. A plan of trying to waste pitch. I think the waste pitch is pretty much faded out these days, but it almost looked like it. Miller swings and fouls it off his foot. I think that's the second one he's fouled off the same foot today.
I think you are correct. Sure, he'll tell Cole that it didn't hurt him when he did it.
I noticed Cole came back that next at bat and he didn't have a leg guard on either. I want to say he fouled it off his foot again.
Yeah, one thing, you know, joking around with Cole for sure, but one thing about this Chiefs club, say what you want, but not tough isn't on the list.
No. They're tough. They battle.
Compete.
They compete. They battle. Seen that with the schedule they played.
You know, and going back to that's a culture that's been here for a while. And that's going to be Trey's second looking strikeout on the day. But Chiefs played 6 to make it 7-0 going into the top of the 4th. And we'll be back. And welcome back, Chiefs baseball on the hill. Chase Adcock's going to lead it off, top of the 4th for Simpson Academy. One swap here. Ethan Barnes back behind the plate. Quincy Pratt goes to third base. And now joining me in the booth is Northwest Baseball assistant coach Bill Selby. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me up here, boss.
So you've had a little time here before, huh? It's not your first day?
Yep, a lot of winning goes on up here.
Son Eli played here.
Did.
Had a great career.
On some great teams.
He's definitely played with some good folks, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Connor Edge delivers here. A little breaking ball there. So you've had a chance to – what have you noticed today's game? What's something – I know you watch it close. What are some things that stood out?
Well, again, being familiar with the MAG program and Coach Mack and how he does things, Connor's really set the tempo of the day. I mean, he throws strikes on both pitches. At any time, he's going to flip his breaking ball in there for strikes, just like that one there. I mean, you're going to have to make a decision at some point. 0-2, it's kind of a hard pitch to take, but I think Connor's done a good job of establishing the tempo, and most hitters are behind the count all day. You know, when you pitch with confidence like that, your infielders and your defense stays active. I think the same aura I feel with these guys is what you see every year as a coach on the outside looking in is offensively, they know it's inevitable they're going to score. It's just a matter of when and how they do it. And so if you get somebody out on the bump that fills it up like he does, that he has today, he's thrown really, really well today. And, you know your defense is active and playing on their toes. And, you know, it's just a matter of time before they score enough runs to beat you.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier of is there count goes full ball in the dirt. As we were talking about earlier, even if they don't score, if they go on a little small drought for a little bit, it's coming. Like they know it's coming. And there's never really a valleys and peaks. It's pretty set all the time. We're here to compete. And you talk about a culture, and one thing I've noticed over the years, it doesn't matter who's on the mound against them. They believe they can hit it.
That's right. And essentially what happens too is whoever they're playing knows it's inevitable as well. So, and I'm not saying that in a ridiculous sense. It's the truth. They know, well, look, we're going to have to hold them down while we can. You can't, and the shortstop for Simpson, we were fortunate enough to sign, and one of the things I was talking about, he said they made some mistakes the other night. You cannot make mistakes against Magnolia Heights. They will capitalize on it, and they're going to score. I think other teams feel that as well, and so sometimes that adds for a little tightness, a little bit of apprehension at the plate, or maybe trying to do too much, or maybe just a little bit of nerves, or your pitches cover a little bit more of the white than you want them to, just because maybe I'm a little bit tight because I know I can't make a mistake.
Well, they definitely put up big numbers quickly as Hendricks McGee steps into the box. And a chance right here talking about Barrett McKinney from Simpson.
Okay.
Northwest commit.
Yep.
And his ball gets there in the dirt.
Yeah. One of the few bad pitches you've seen Connor throw all day.
Usually, broadcast jinx.
His breaking ball has been selectively behind the plate in the dirt on purpose. That one there, I think, got away from him a little bit. He pulled across a little bit too much, but that's the only one I've seen today that just looks like he really just missed with. But as far as Barrett goes, yeah, just, one of the things in college you learn, especially in junior college level, that sometimes your current players become some of your best recruiters. And one of our players that actually is not playing anymore because you just had to, I guess you would call it retire if he wanted to retire from baseball because just of injuries, and never got out on the field for us in the spring. But just told me he played with him a little bit with Team Mississippi and said, man, Coach, we've talked about Northwest, and he was committed to Missouri State and is interested maybe going in a junior college route because him and a buddy just decided they're not going to Missouri State after all, which happens. And got the foot in the door, went and saw him play some high-level competition, just really liked everything about his game, and he's in control. He's confident, and he's a really good hitter. Can play anywhere in the infield. I like him at short. He can play third if you need him to. We'd expect him to be a middle-of-the-order bat, too, as well.
So sounds like a pretty good pickup. It's a tough play right there for Leland Weldon. Sticks with it. Connor gets over there to cover, and that's going to be the out for the Cougars. And Connor Cone comes to the plate. First pitch swinging, fouls it off.
And you brought up culture, and this is one of the things right here. Maybe a lot of people pay attention to this right now in a 7-0 game in a best-of-3 series. But right here, the culture that Coach Mack has established here, there's a lot of pride with that guy at third base and one out in a 7-0 game of not letting him score. You know what I mean? It's easy. You got your infielders back, and, hey, look, he gets a ground ball and he does his job. He does. But I promise you, Connor, Ethan, that infield, that outfield, that dugout, they want this out without giving up a run. And so and that's a cultural thing. That's just a philosophy, and it's part of what makes them as good as they are year in, year out.
And you bring up, just the drive to compete there, see another ball get away there. We may have to not let you talk about them anymore, but you're right on the money, and it's that drive. And with Quincy at third base, we talk about it a lot of times. There's no, you talk situation, doesn't matter. Like, this is how you do it, and he's, I'd put him up with one of the best in the game at it.
Yeah, it's the standard. I mean, you and I talk because we're Alabama football fans of the Nick Saban days, where there's a standard that we play to and we practice to and we perform and we act and all the above. And it's the same thing here. There's a standard of what's expected, how we play and how we approach at bats, and how we approach game situations, how we approach, leadership qualities, things like that. And so you see it. It's year in, year out. That's Coach Mack. I mean, you got to give him a lot of credit because roster turnover is roster turnover anywhere, and he just continues to win. And they never have a roster full of 40 guys. It's usually about 15 or 16, and he'll go to battle with them, and they'll just continue to win.
And you bring up there a good point of the culture, and it's not just this group. It's been happening for years. Like you said, your son Eli was here. That may have been the toughest baseball team I've seen his senior year, of just in there to compete.
Right.
But it doesn't stop. And the next group, I assume, will be just like the last ones.
Well, it's expected of them, and and it's passed down. As they're coming up through the program, they're educated on this is the way it's going to be, and this is what's expected from you.
Bryce Williams grounds out back to the pitcher on a comebacker. That's going to do it for Simpson's half of the fourth. And we'll be back in just a second. Gonna keep Coach Selby on here for a little bit longer, pick his brain, and let's get through half of the Chiefs at bats. They lead 7-0 going into their half of the fourth. We'll be back.
Junior.
Now batting for the Chiefs, number 13,
welcome back.
Ethan Barnes.
Chiefs half of the fourth. Ethan Barnes, who's now catching again, is going to lead it off. RBI sac fly in the first and was hit by a pitch. And Coach, this is another kid you've seen for a few years and been around your area. And,
A good athlete.
Liberty commit, big, strong, physical guy.
Very physical.
And, we feel we have two of the top catchers around, and he's leading the charge there probably.
No question.
What's your take on?
He's a high-level player. He plays the game the right way as well, and I think being a part of this program in the last couple of years has really helped him develop that next level quality it takes to be at a bigger school, a Division I program like Liberty. I've talked about this with some people in the last couple of weeks. Gotten to see just a little bit. Get to see my son play, and he's at the Division III level this year. And the physicality difference from high school to the next level is stark and drastic. And when you can come see a Pro Secker and Ethan Barnes, it's easy to see how good they are. It's easy to see how talented and skilled they are. But they're also very physical, and that physicality is going to help them with that transition to the next level a lot easier because of not having to catch up, physically, so they can actually focus on the skill things that need to get better.
And as he draws a walk, that's going to bring up Preston Sowell, another Northwest commit, possible two-way guy for y'all?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is the second time I've got to see him play, and
Now batting number 21, Preston Sowell.
and he's pumped a couple while I've been here, so I might have to just see. Maybe he hits a home run every time I see him. That'd be a good thing if he's around us every day. So, the last time I was here against Heritage, he had a monster day, and then he swung the bat good today. He hit that ball good on the practice football field a little earlier.
And as Junior and I were talking when he hit it, it's that looks like that line drive in the gap that just doesn't die.
That's strength. It's God-given, and you can say it's body, it's this, but sometimes some guys have a gift to be able to do that, and whereas a lot of guys have to hit the ball with some elevation and all the elements taking place perfectly, he does it.
I was telling Junior how you've told me about Frank Thomas doing that, and I'm just stronger than everybody else.
Yeah, he looked like he was playing on a Little League field. I mean, it's like, just a line drive to left for your average big league player, might I add, is 10 rows up when he hit the same ball. It's like, oh, that's a base hit to left. Oh, he hit somebody in the second deck. It's, just freakishly strong.
Again, repeat, not to compare Preston to Frank Thomas just yet, but kind of the same thing.
Why not? While we're at it, we can. Just go ahead and do it.
Hey, let's do it. And speaking of catchers, I had you talk about Ethan Barnes there, and we've seen Chase Adcock from Simpson He's probably, especially in state, I would say he's the next best competitive catcher, compared to our two guys. 2 back picks Tuesday night.
Right.
Throws the ball well at second base. Good catch and throw guy. And
I like him. He's the part. He's physical. He's got a good body. Moves around good. Again, he's got a tall task because most pitchers that throw and most pitching staffs that throw against Magnolia Heights are throwing a lot of pitches that day. And so he's been in that squad for a lot. But I like the way he gets the ball out of his glove good. He's accurate, strong arm. Part of the skill of back picks is not necessarily the strength of the arm, is the fearlessness of doing it. And just not being fearful of making a mistake. And so, he definitely has some confidence in his back picks, and I think that's part of an arsenal of his tool belt that makes him even a better catcher. See, he's always looking to throw the ball in the dirt.
I'll touch on one play, and Junior made the comment earlier in the game, swing and strike 3, runner at second, Quincy blocks it, fields it. The normal play is take a peek, throw it to first. Well, he takes a peek and realizes, hey, I got a chance.
Right.
And without hesitation, you talk about the fearlessness and the arm strength to do it, like Junior pointed out. Another good play, and runner goes here.
Well, yeah, and on Quincy's play, too, I think you can delve into it a little bit farther. A lot of people pop up to make that play, and out of repetition, they look the runner and then throw it, that with no intention of throwing it. Whereas Quincy is, I'm going to look, and there's going to be some intent if he's off. And you can call it repetition, or you can call it just a little bit more baseball savvy than a lot of players have. But there was never, I'm just going to look just for a courtesy look and then throw to first. It was like, oh, I got a shot here, and I'm not going to waste time doing it. And here he is bunting. That's a selfless player. I love it. He's the best.
I think last time he did that, I don't think coaches were real happy with it. It was 2 outs. Runner at second. Drive somebody in, Quincy.
Yeah.
But it goes back to his whole play style. It's always on.
Right.
Get on, how can I be productive right here?
He's on go.
He's on go.
He's on go.
As
Oh,
Junior
that's going
talks
to be
about,
good right there.
That's
Nice.
down.
It's where you hit it. It's not how hard you hit it. It's where you hit it.
So, again, Junior talks about earlier, a lot of movement. Square around, show it. First baseman's in his pocket. Second baseman is already to first. Pull it back, slap it over.
Now look at the body language. You see how defeated you are when you just had a slash, really not executed because he popped the ball in the air, hit it where nobody is, and you're like, oh my goodness, this team's got the bases loaded, nobody out again, and yeah, it's deflating, and that's basically what Magnolia's been doing for as long as I've seen them play.
So we come back and again, it's all you talk about, always on and always trying to figure this out and always looking at the next play. 7-1, 4-run lead. If you can find a way to get 6-run lead, I mean, if you can find a way to get 4 here and then hold them, you close out the series. So you think that's where that comes from?
Yeah, in this situation here, from personal experience, I think it's, and I try to instill this in our guys, especially we have a bunch of talented freshmen where we are, is in this situation here, there you go again, fearlessness. Down 6, bases jammed, nobody out, and I'm going to pump you right here. And so in this situation here, all I'm asking for, just give me 1 run. I don't need 4 in 1 swing. A lot of times what happens is you get bigger swings, you start getting yourself out right here, and just get 1 run at a time and things will work out.
So we talk about Adcock, fearlessly back picks here to third. I think Coach K is going to come out. I think even after he beat it, they're questioning if y'all come off the base to get up without the time.
Yeah, I think he said he might have pushed him off.
I got you.
On the hard tag.
I think he may have an argument, but I think it's going to be for naught.
Yep.
For you 80s and 90s South Haven folks, that means for nothing.
It's a big word for you, Shaker. I'm impressed.
Well, I went to Horn Lake, so I can do it.
Can you spell it, though?
In-ought.
Keith's been around the game a long time. He was at Colin when I first started coaching in the Northwest. He's been around the game, good baseball mind. Still looks great. Still got a great, and he's just got a great baseball IQ, a lot of savvy. You know, I had a good conversation with him before the game, just talking about how the game's changed over the years, and an old throwback. I mean, it's really good to see Coach Case today.
That 3-1 strike right there to Shaw. So 3-1 count, bases loaded, nobody out. Shaw Coley for your Chiefs, looking to drive someone in here.
Yep, one at a time.
Gonna take the ball for a walk.
One at a time. Don't try to do too much.
Coach Case going out to visit as Chiefs lead it 8-1. New count on the batter, still bases loaded, nobody out. And as they take the break, going to have a pitching change here, and we will come back briefly.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. Chiefs threatening and looking to add on a big number here in their half of the fourth. New pitcher for Simpson, Braden Allen. 2.58 ERA, 4-2 on the year. 12 appearances.
Your team's number 15, Jack Price.
Jack Price is going to come to the plate for your Chiefs. RBI single his last at bat. So we're just talking about during the break. Y'all got a big week coming up, huh?
Do. Yep. Without LSU units in our region anymore, what we've done is broken down our 15 teams into two 4-team regionals, and then the top six have already made 2 of the regionals. Grab a second, maybe get out of it. No, got it out.
That's right.
And then there's 2 playoff games. 7 will play 10, and 8 will play 9, and winner of that will just jump right into the regionals. Those 2 winners will play a super regional. So a pretty good, unique format.
A lot going on.
A lot going on.
Batting number 7, Leland Weldon.
As Leland Weldon comes to the plate. It's a hit tonight. Take that runner off. So second and third. Leading 9-1. Use a big hit right here. Get these 2 runs in. That'll get one.
Good play.
That ball carried out there farther than I expected. Again, the flag's blowing out there, you can see, but and I apologize, bad camera work. I'm watching the play instead of swapping it over. Deep fly ball to center is run down by Braden Duncan. Scores the run. Both runners move up.
Braden Burford.
So now you're looking at you just one run them to death for bases loaded, nobody out. Now you've got 3 just from good quality at bats, just trying to get one at a time.
So Braden Burford comes in looking to score this 11th run to go up by 10.
It's probably familiar territory for Magnolia Heights this year.
This happened I tell you what, a few weeks ago, Coach Scott gave me a stat that I didn't think about, didn't realize, but haven't given up more than 5 this year in a high school season, and only done that twice.
Oh, yeah.
He had 1 to the walk-off grand slam, bottom of the 7th, IMG, second best team in the country. Is that right? Top 5 for sure.
That's pretty impressive. It really is impressive. Yep. Jay's got some players this year.
Yeah, they had a little wild one last night, I think. Wrong button.
Simpson doing all they can here to try to negate this extra run right here to extend the game maybe a little bit. Try to see if they can find something themselves to keep them in the game and try to swing momentum at some point.
Coach McMahon, flashback right there, makes a good play at third base.
Coach Mack. Field looks great today.
He stays on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to age him a little bit. He coached me my senior year of high school at Horn Lake. The first gig out of Delta State. I'll get off that car. Ooh. Yeah, somebody parked a pretty nice car out there behind the softball field. That one about got it.
Way to go.
So reset it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third base. 2 outs. Braden Burford trying to drive him in.
Good at bat going. Quality at bat right here.
Yeah, there's been a few started the game off with 2, but a few long at bats Chiefs have battled through. Another breaking ball fought off as I see Hayden Smith throwing in the dugout, in the bullpen.
Allen's done a good job. He's came in and just pumped the strike zone. Got a couple quick outs. They were playing deep with bases loaded, nobody out. Maybe just for fear it could open up quickly, but he got a fielder's choice ground ball. But he's, for the most part, dialing in the strike zone as he bounces one here.
That's going to bring in the 11th run for the Chiefs. So 2 down, nobody on. I know we have full count, but
Deflation.
when you're a hitter in any inning or game, 2 down, nobody on. When you're looking to get to second base, is that the main goal?
Man, I was trying to hit one over the fence every time I saw a pitch. I really don't know anything else, but yeah, of course. So what a quality at bat right there. 8, 9 pitch at bat right there, and Allen throwing strikes, and that was a good line drive right there, and there you go. 2-out single.
So that's going to flip the order and bring up Cole Prosek. The walk, ground out to first, an RBI sac fly on the day.
Now batting number 3, Cole Prosek.
So this situation up 10. How important is an insurance run here to try to end it in 5?
Well, they're all important. I mean, you save pitching or whatever the case may be, but as far as hitters go, this is an easy situation to kind of get out of focus and get out of a good solid game plan, because you're like, oh shoot, maybe I'll back leg something here. If you stay in mode where you're always down a run or you're up a run, then you don't give at bats away, and next thing you know, you pile on when you're up 10. Yeah, any kind of run you can add to makes it a little bit, takes the pressure off Connor if he's back out. But if Cole just stays within himself right here, he's worked himself into a favorable count, just stays within himself, hits a double, driving a run, obviously all account. But yeah, good. He's not chasing. Should be smart about it. Easy to lose focus in this situation, kind of give things away when every run counts.
So watching Burford at first base here, he's on the bag until the pitch is made. Is that
It's more like, we don't have to. Mercy, maybe. Just I don't really think there's no sense of getting picked off. You're up 10.
could have something to do with Adcock picking us off twice Tuesday?
Yeah. And, in this situation, I think Mac's approach is, look, if we're going to score more runs, we're going to drive you in.
Well, Trey Miller comes to the plate, has 2 strikeouts,
Now batting number 11,
and
Trey
E3 on the day.
He's due.
He's due. And we talked about it earlier, but I don't know how much you've gotten to see Trey over the years or this year, but
Good athlete.
And the barrel just gets through the zone so short and quick.
Yep. So as college coaches, when you look at him, you see the physical, you see the athletic skills, and you see the baseball skills, and you just project, man, if we can put 10, 15 pounds on him, he could be a superstar. Moves around well in the infield. And the games I've seen him play other than today, swung the bat pretty good. Today's been a little bit rough, but it's probably pretty much an anomaly if you ask me.
Oh, no doubt.
Do you know what anomaly means? I don't know if you knew what that meant.
I do, but you can explain it to,
It's out
the
of the
88
norm.
South Haven baseball team if you need to.
It's out of the norm.
I'm going to get in trouble one day for that.
For not knowing what anomaly means?
No, for picking on South Haven.
Okay.
The old guys.
Good piece.
Ball driven. That's going to be in fair play, and left fielder gets to it, runs it down, and that's going to retire the Chiefs in the 4th as they add on 4 more, taking an 11-1 lead. Look to see if Connor Edge is coming back out.
Quincy Pratt.
Looks like Quincy Pratt may come to the mound, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back. Simpson Academy's half of the fifth. Pinch hitter Walker Polk is going to come in.
Polk hitting 095. 24 ABs this year.
Yeah, senior here. I'm just going to let him get in at bat here. Just in case they came out to come back. This will be their last game. So, appreciate Coach Selby coming on. And he, we're talking to a former softball player here, MJ Jennings. Her college career ended today. This Polk hits a ground ball to third. Drumheller makes the play. And we'll steal your quote, Coach, but your season ends, it's less right off into the sunset and more falling off a cliff. It just kind of ends. And, so Coach Case let him get into bat there. I like it. That's going to bring up Cade Walker with one out. And Quincy Pratt in to pitch. I don't know if I said that earlier or not.
Yep, Pratt on to get some work, stay sharp.
Ball two.
Yeah, that strike zone is tightening up here late with a big league. Swing and miss by Walker.
So you won't find too many pitchers that work quicker than Quincy Pratt.
Yeah.
Breaking ball misses up. 3-1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no chance of a pitch clock violation with him.
Sometimes you see, again, not sure which is ball and strikes, but as a hitter, I would prefer to have to hit the one he called a ball.
Yeah.
Than the one he called a strike. It's a little slow roller. Carter Drumheller gets a chance to make two good plays, and he does on the run. 5-3 put out. That's going to flip the order and bring up Braden Duncan. Leadoff hitter for the Cougars.
Duncan came in today hitting 347. 35 hits and 101 at bats.
There's a curveball for a strike.
Once he gets the sign, goes to work. Swings and fouls it off Barnes. Hopefully it was off his foot.
It looked like he grabbed his ankle maybe right when it happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Umpire does a good job of walking out and give Barnes time to recover.
So it's going to be no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base. Braden Duncan looking to extend the year for the Cougars.
11-0 Chiefs. 11-1, I'm sorry. 11-1 in the 5th inning.
Goes fastball there. Fought off by Duncan.
Barnes is taking a beating back there.
Another foul ball off of him. Also, I'd like to point out, I missed one. So Drumheller moves to third for Quincy Pratt. And Jet Pratt is at second base.
Swing a fly ball center field.
Moves under on the run right there. That's going to end the game. Chiefs win it 11-1 in 5 and move on to face Leak Tuesday. Or if they set, I don't think they've set the schedule yet for next week. It'll be Monday or Tuesday, game 1. I believe right here, not on the road this time. Either way, Chiefs win it. Thank you to Bill Selby, Junior Weaver, my man Win Scott, making it all work up here. And you got anything?
Thank you. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. See y'all this next week.